Dear sisters and brothers, we are excited to announce a new 9-part series course, entitled Lectio God, by Assistant Professor Dr. Elizabeth Klein, starting October 7, 2024 on every Mondays from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. It is free, and no registration is required. It will be hosted via Zoom. You may WhatsApp or SMS us for our Zoom details. Here is a short overview of the content. Lectio God. What do we mean when we say God? Misconceptions about God abound, even among Christians, and these misconceptions can become obstacles in our relationship with God. Join Augustine Institute Assistant Professor Dr. Elizabeth Klein for a careful study of Scripture that will lead you to a deeper and clearer awareness of who God is, equipping you to share this truth with others. Starting in the Old Testament, Dr. Klein presents what God says about himself at various points in salvation history, and how he reveals to Israel that the Lord is one, Deuteronomy 6 verse 4. Moving to the New Testament, Dr. Klein shows how this one God then reveals himself as three. Along the way you'll get answers to questions such as, how can God be transcendent and personal? If God is one, how can Jesus be God? What does it mean that God is love, 1 John 4 verse 8? Why is the doctrine of the Trinity the central mystery of our faith when the word Trinity never appears in the Bible? Produced from a state-of-the-art studios, this dynamic program combines an in-depth biblical study with insightful questions, an explanation of common misunderstandings regarding God, and personal reflections that will strengthen your faith in the one true God, who is a communion of three divine persons. The themes for the 8 parts are: I am who I am. The Lord our God is one. The likeness of the glory of the Lord. The love of God. Who is Jesus Christ? One God in 3 persons. I and the Father are one. God is love. And ends with a questions and answers session.
You are invited to join us for an insightful presentation on Lectio God by Assistant Professor Dr. Elizabeth Klein. This virtual 9-part series, hosted via Zoom, will be followed by thoughtful reflection questions and engaging discussions. If you are not on our mailing list, please text via WhatsApp or SMS to Raymond at +65 9060 6050 or Janet at +60 16 218 6784. Looking forward to your participation.